everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I'm your resident psychotherapist, Tom Stevens, here to break down lyrics, Suicide Boys. Let's just get in. Let's do this, because when it's Suicide Boys, I'm a fan. I'm a bigger and bigger fan every single day. 2 Chainz, same as Shackles. The names of their songs, the videos, I can't understand how they link the two. They're on a higher level mentally than I am, but one day I'll get to talk to them. Thanks for being a part of Reaction Therapy and spreading mental health awareness to the world. Go to our Patreon page or YouTube if you want more content. I'm telling you, it's out there. Private live streams, so much more. But look, without further ado, it is Suicide Boys, 2 Chainz, same Shackles.
Must one person's triumph be another's humiliation? Of course, of course.
What? I love their music. I know people look at me funny, especially my age. I love the music. I know I don't understand it always. That's why I go back and I try to listen to it. I know I'm wasting my breath as I inhale. It could be multiple meanings, right? If they're smoking, I don't know when this song was happening, but it can literally be also the literal of I'm wasting my breath as I inhale. I feel like life's not worth it. I feel like it doesn't really matter. So what am I doing? I'm inhaling air, and it's a waste of my breath because it doesn't matter. And then it could also probably be the literal destruction of smoking and using in between. I'm taking it 2 different ways anyway. Oh, another day waiting for death. Y'all, this, I think they would say to you, is not the mantra of who they are today, but it's the mantra of a lot of people. And I say, look, let's deal with it. Let's talk about it. Because so many people live in a day where it's like, I can't figure out the point. I don't know what it's for. There's a list of regrets. And look, we've talked a lot about regrets in Reaction Therapy. And sometimes when you have regrets, they weigh on you and they get heavier like a wet blanket. And it's very hard to carry around. Let me hear that again, because I just went nuts. And I've been told that Scrim is the deeper voice, the bass, and Ruby is the tenor. I want to hear it from the beginning, because that was just fire.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Another day waiting for death. Every day there's always mountains of regrets. So I tell myself it's okay, day after day to make all these arrangements and you can tell to yourself. I know I'm wasting my breath as I inhale. I know I'm escaping my death as I inhale. Carrying all my suffocated, my lungs Step into the mind of a cut. If the streets go weather all alone.
They reversed that time. It's like Ruby went first and then Scrim comes in second now. Really helps that I can listen to it that way, because it helps me break it down and know what it's coming. But this is so fun. I love this. Is like, oh man. They're so hardcore. Like, step into the mind of a cutthroat, y'all. Here we go. Go on, Scrim.
Step into the mind of a cutthroat. If the streets go weather all alone. Blackness, gray hair, just slow. Feel as though being followed by crows. Car list overflow with highlights. Drug help, mental suicide. Feel tight, feel dry, then you wanna die. Pride, pride, close eyes and you start to cry. Swear I spent a lifetime trying to get it right. Still isolated, still out of sight.
People tell me, like, what are you doing, like bouncing up and down to some of this music? Like, listen to what that's saying. And I say, you know what? At least people are talking about their problems. Like, put your problems out there. I want to be an advocate and a fan for people to speak their truth and not feel like they should be ashamed for feeling hopeless, desperate, miserable, depressed, anxious, or any of that. Like, it's okay because we've all been through stuff. And when he says, I spent a lifetime trying to get it right, that's what makes people want to give up. Like, I've been doing this so long, I just can't take it anymore. Still isolated, still out of sight. But you know, I'm going to tell you, walk out into the light, do your best, show up, just like at Reaction Therapy. Show up, listen, be a part of the community. There is hope. It can happen. But this clearly states how many people have felt so isolated, so alone, because for years they've been trying to get it right. It's not like people aren't trying to get it right, don't want life to be better, just want to stay miserable, but it becomes a part of who you are unless you get help. And that's why I think they'd be an advocate of getting help, because it's important, an important step to get outside help, because your brain's not going to fix what your brain got into, if that makes sense.
Swear I spent a lifetime trying to get it right. Still isolated, still out of sight. Keep my dress swinging like they in a fight. I just wanna kill everyone inside.
Oh.
Take the money, take the bitch, take the drugs, take the gold. Never let the geek compose. Never name slip or Shakespeare. I'ma see you one day, that's a promise.
I love it. I cannot get enough of Suicide Boys. New chains, same shackles. In other words, same new song, different verse, same verse, new song, whatever that is. Different book, same chapter, that kind of deal. It is a repetition. We talk about it a lot, right? Life feels like it's a repeat of the same thing, the hamster wheel you go on. And the key to that is getting off the hamster wheel. You're not going to get off the hamster wheel by yourself a lot of times. You're going to have to be able to get help. And it's very hard, but it's very helpful to deal with the pain and misery, depression, trauma, anxiety, all the stuff from the past is helpful. You can. But recognize the patterns of behavior that got you to the spot you are today, whether it's what people have done to you or what's happened to you or what you've chosen. Doesn't matter, but that's what's gotten you there. And it's going to take a different set of life decisions, choices, and realizations to get you to a new place that's healthy. And it is possible. But remember, it's in Real Therapy, just Tom breaking down lyrics to music. If you want professional help, check the link in the description. Discord server, over 3,000 people. Leave us your comments, feedback, insight. And we are grateful you are here. Go to Patreon or YouTube if you want more content. It's there. And thank you for spreading mental health awareness to the world. We'll see you on the next Reaction Therapy.